All politicians lie. And to a certain extent, in some cases, I can understand why. Farage, however, operates in a league of his own, boasting a capacity for bullshit that only Trump could rival. Recently, he stood down as an MP for Clacton-on-Sea, a constituency in which he is hardly ever present, and by doing so, he triggered a by-election that will cost the taxpayer as much as £250,000. Had that been the end of the story, it would have been cause for celebration. But, to my disappointment, there was more news to come. Moments after standing down, Nigel, predictably, put himself forward as the reform candidate to contest the vacant seat that he had himself just created. That seems really silly. Why would he do that? He says it's to put two fingers up at the establishment. I say, no, Nige, you did that because you were starting to feel your ass falling out after realizing your man of the people facade was beginning to crack. Finally, after a decade of spewing forth unsubstantiated nonsense, Nigel Farage's actions, words and finances were receiving the scrutiny that they deserved. And as a result, he found himself on the verge of being exposed as the duplicitous, self-serving grifter he has always been. This contest, Nigel claimed, will be the people versus the establishment, where Nigel will be representing, wait for it, the people. Bruv, either I don't understand what he means by the word establishment, or Nigel is the establishment. Leaving judgments of policies to one side, let's have it right. Nigel is not a man of the people. Nigel is a privately educated son of a stockbroker who entered the job market as a commodity trader. Nigel is a millionaire who has been known to travel from place to place not by car or by train, but by helicopter, and who owns a property portfolio worth £1.4 million. Nigel frequently resides in a 5-story townhouse near the idyllic setting of Buckingham Palace, access granted courtesy of aristocrat and convicted fraudster George Cottrell. But it doesn't stop there. Nigel claims to be friends with billionaire President Donald Trump and has serendipitously found himself the lucky recipient of a £5 million bribe. Gift. It's a gift. A gift from a crypto billionaire who left the UK to live in Thailand. Also, as well as being a full-time MP, Nigel finds the time to receive a 6-figure salary through his little side hustle hosting for GB News, a free-to-air television and radio news channel co-owned by billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Marshall. I mean, seriously, how stupid does he think we are? This man has had multiple meetings, including a dinner with Rupert Murdoch. You know, the man who owns The Sun, The Times, Fox News, Wall Street Journal, and many more. That's a lot of billionaires to be rubbing shoulders with. Man of the people, do me a favor. If that isn't the establishment, then tickle me sideways and call me a parrot. Well, those are my thoughts on the subject anyway. But I might be wrong. Maybe I missed something. Either way, let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you don't shape politics, politics will still shape you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the other side. Salute to the friends. Truth over trends. Stay tuned for the next video.